First and foremost, as always, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're
Mhm.
already 12 seconds in the video. Hit the subscribe button, hit that
Yes.
like button, and we love you forever and ever. Anyways, so on this podcast, as you know, we're going to jump straight into it. We're going to talk about how gaming and shaped our childhood,
Mhm.
how then we went into the military, how that shaped it, even maybe even before, because we both actually went into the military a little later than I guess usual, you could say, and then
Yeah.
so on and so forth. So for me, I always play games. I've been playing games for 29 years,
29 years.
about 20 years actually, because
Okay.
well maybe like since I was like 6 years old, so 23 years.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds better, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I came out of the womb playing video games actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so I guess for me, I grew up on PlayStation. So PlayStation was always my console of choice. Every year that the new PlayStation console came out, my dad got it for Christmas. So very blessed. You know, he gave me games. Then I went to my
Mhm.
grandma's. She always got me Game Boys, Pokemon. I played
Yep.
well, not all the Pokemon games, all the old Pokemon games, I would say, up into the DS versions. So big gamer growing up, and I kind of want to ask you, Anthony, how your gaming scene shaped you because you are a little older than me, so it's a little bit different. I won't say too much of a different era of gaming, but it is a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, I played all different types of games. I mean, I wasn't just a kind of a one-stop shop type of person. It wasn't just
Right.
shooting or adventure or, puzzles or whatever it was. It was all of them. And, of course, I think gaming in general kind of warps the mind. It kind of makes you, I think, smarter in certain aspects. I mean, look at when you think about puzzles. I mean, even
Yeah.
games, let's say like Tomb Raider or God of
Mm.
War.
Mm.
You got to literally freaking solve a puzzle to get out of a certain area sometimes, bro.
Literally.
Literally
Yeah.
turn the fountain on to just sprinkle
yeah.
water on the fire that lets you pull the lever. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
use your brain. You got to use your
Absolutely.
brain, man. And
Absolutely.
it definitely, I mean, it even taught me how to be social and confident. I mean, when I used to
Wow.
get on, I used to be a little shy, and then all of a sudden I was like, "Yeah, you're gonna fucking die, kid." And then, yeah, then at that point it was no
okay.
one can mess with me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I mean,
No,
you was part of the Xbox
no, I
360.
was actually PlayStation, and then I went to Xbox.
Oh,
Actually, I
really?
used to say Xbox is trash. I didn't get on Xbox till the 360. Actually,
Wow. So you never played the original Xbox?
nope, nope.
Wow, man, that
Yeah, I was on
was.
PlayStation.
I played PlayStation and Xbox. So my main console was
Nope.
PlayStation. So I had PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4. But I also had I didn't have it, but my brother slash uncle, he had Xbox. So he had Xbox original. Then 360 came out, and then
Hmm.
one or what was the next? Whatever the next one was.
Yes, PlayStation, PS2, PS3, PS4. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I was talking about the Xbox, but anyways, that doesn't really matter.
I think it was just Xbox and then Xbox 360 and then
And then
Xbox One, Xbox
oh,
Series
okay,
X.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
um, but it's so funny because I actually had to switch to Xbox because the PlayStation Network was so bad when it came out on
Yeah, I
PS3.
never knew about
So
any of
bad,
that.
bro.
So,
It was so bad. So I switched to Xbox, and man, I mean, I'm sure the people that watch this podcast or watch us know how those lobbies were. Especially, I mean, I know you didn't play COD, but you played Halo.
yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I played Halo. I was
But
Halo 3, Halo
yeah,
3 online. That was the first, I think,
right.
online big map type of stuff.
Okay. I was a COD kid, so I mean, we go in those lobbies. I mean, if if
Yeah.
if Xbox dug into the archives, nobody's safe. I don't care
Yep.
who you are. Nobody is safe because we was
Mm-mm.
saying slurs left and right.
Yes.
We was
Yes.
talking about your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your grandpa, your great grandpa. It did not matter. We was talking about everybody to these kids,
I
and
remember one time some
I was
guy
the kid.
literally was like, there was one guy that freaks me out a little bit. He was like tracking people's I guess locations or something. He's like, "Give me your phone number." I said, "All right, here it is." He's like, "Oh, you're in,"
Oh.
and then he's like, "Oh, you're in Florida, huh? Sarasota and stuff like that." I said, Yeah, are you gonna come down here so I can whoop that ass?
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't
There's
want to. Oh
yeah,
man,
yeah. No, there's a lot of people that love that. There's a lot of weirdos for sure,
just
and
like
it's
give
so
me a
funny. It's
break. You're not
like
scaring nobody.
and it's like when you're going through it, is you're not like, oh, like yeah, whatever. Like okay, I live in South Carolina. Okay, whatever. But
Hmm.
like looking back on it, that was kind of scary.
Well,
As a
a little
kid,
bit.
I was a 10 to 12-year-old
Yeah, I
kid.
mean, I
So
didn't experience that kind of stuff until I don't even know, way later, bro. I mean, plus, I was
really,
playing N64 and Super
that is
Nintendo and
true.
Sega and
Yeah,
GameCube and you know,
man, the GameCube was probably one of the best systems, though.
I think N64 was probably one of the top.
Oh yeah, no, no, for sure. If we had a tier list, 64 is S tier
Hmm. Hmm.
for sure, and then Xbox 360 S tier.
And I wish they would have stayed so different between the way they look. You know what I mean? I mean, they still kind of look a little bit different, the consoles themselves.
Right,
But I loved because the PlayStation was more of a rectangle,
rectangle.
and then
Yep.
Xbox was like an hourglass. You know what I mean? It was
Yes, it was like
so cool looking.
yeah, no, for sure. Now
And then they just
it's
made it a
rectangle.
desktop. I mean, I mean, I don't know.
They literally came out and it was like it's like, oh, that's just a computer.
Yeah, that's a rectangle, and
Yeah, and now the PlayStation is the hourglass, just kind of
uh,
ish, or I guess
yeah. I
more
mean,
like a Coke
it's
bottle.
basically a router.
Yeah, 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 pretty much,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much. It's the
Mhm,
router of
mhm,
the gaming community.
mhm.
But I will say playing COD, even I played Halo 2, obviously. But I was more of a COD kid. I always thought it's like, oh, dude, like the military is so cool. Like you get to shoot guns, you get to do this or that, and like these
Mhm.
helicopters and war. I was a big, like I don't say war fan. I think that's a little going outside of it, but I did love some war movies. I mean, war
Yeah, yeah.
as a kid is cool. In my opinion, it's cool. It's like wow, like you get to go over there and use these guns. I mean, I don't know. I was a gun kid, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong
Well,
on
I guess
that.
for me, what war was more about the seeing those guys defend our country. It was like these guys are badasses.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
that is also true. I definitely wanted it to be like a SEAL. Obviously, growing up, I heard SEAL a lot.
Mhm. Mhm.
Special forces, Ranger, and all that. So I was like, oh, that'd be so cool if I could do that. But I would say one of the biggest things for me was I was like I was so stuck into gaming that I would literally come home from school, middle school or high school, and like get on the game directly. So like for hours
Yeah.
upon hours upon hours.
Oof. No, I was not allowed to do that.
Oh no,
My mom was like, "You only get an hour, and that's it."
bro, no, I was on the game, bro.
Mm-mm.
I was gaming
Mm-mm.
till 3, 4 a.m. going
Yeah.
to school. Like my priorities were not the right way.
Yeah. No, I was outside, bro. I was like, I
Yeah,
want to get outside, hang out with my friend. I mean, I had a lot of friends in my neighborhood too, so
right.
I was outside a lot.
Well, we moved a lot when I was younger, so
Oh yeah, no,
yeah, we moved
not me.
every 3 to 4 years. So we would go to
Okay.
yeah, we would yeah. This is the
Yeah,
nature of my dad's when my he was a manager of AutoZone, and basically they used him as to fix up the bad stores.
I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah,
So like we would move every about 3 to 4 years, I would say about 4, yeah, 3 to 4 years, I would say. So
yeah. They do move them a lot. Yeah.
like I had friends, but then I was like, oh well, I have my online friends. they can't go away. They're
No, that's
always
for
there.
sure. Mhm.
And
Mhm.
like even to like, I mean, I still talk to some of my online friends. Like I know them personally now.
Mhm.
Like I
Yeah, I have a
know,
couple too. Mhm.
I have their like I'm on their Facebook and like, it's so awesome that I have that connection where like because one of the gaming friends, Jay's his name, and he lives in Canada, and he actually went on to win the lottery in Canada.
What the hell?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he won the lottery in Canada, and like,
Holy crap!
yeah, bro. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes. And
Pretty cool.
I was like, dang, that's really, really cool, actually. He didn't give me enough money, but I was playing. He has kids and wife, and
Wow.
couldn't send me like $1,000, but it was
I
whatever.
don't really.
No, 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 no. But that did really shape my mind in a way of like being a loner almost. Cause like, yeah, I had friends in high school, but like compared to my online friends, like I did not feel connection to my in-person friends. If that makes sense.
I mean, I was definitely more in tune with my in-person friends. I mean, I was
Yeah,
also, I mean, like, you know what I mean? I'm already talkative. I talk to, ants and cats, you know what I mean? So
true. That is true.
I was, yeah, I had a lot of friends and, yeah, I mean, I had online friends too, but again, again, with gaming in general and, it just makes you also more social. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I guess it does build you to be able to talk to people and be more friendly in a way with strangers. But I guess maybe just being in person is maybe still keeps people from talking, but I don't know. I think it helps you with being able to talk to people, I guess.
Do you think like the gaming, like you playing the games, like being in the game or in that type of world, like do you think that influenced you to like to join military? Because I know you have a little bit different story than I, obviously,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but
Yeah, no, 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 no. My story about joining the military, it was just I didn't see anywhere else to what else to do, and I didn't see myself growing anymore in the civilian world, so I said I got to do something else, and I just joined the military.
yeah.
It's just that simple for me.
Well, I think there's a little bit more than that, but yeah, I think the overall story, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, it's just overall. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to improve my life, and I didn't see where else to go.
Yeah. I'd say for me, it's like I really wish I was more in tune because I was like gaming. Like after high school, like I moved out of my dad's house and moved into my grandma's house to help her with her lawn, and like to help her out basically. And like I wanted to get out of my dad's house. I was like, oh, I'm so tired of being here. You know, little 19, 18, 19-year-old kid. I didn't want to be home anymore. And so like I was working, but like
Hmm.
I would come home from work, and I would jump on the game and I'll be gaming. I really like I don't regret it obviously, but I really wish I was more in tune to like Twitch, that type of cuz
Twitch.
yeah, Twitch.
Why would you be more in tune with Twitch?
Like if I knew about the website Twitch and I stream the games or even like YouTube.
Oh, oh, I see what you're saying now.
Like
Yeah, yeah,
record
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I wish I really thought about it more because I was
Mhm,
like I was
mhm.
really good. I mean, I'm okay now, but I was
Yeah.
really good back then. Like I was I mean, in my opinion I was pretty good, I would say, but like I was
You gotta
like
think, dude, there wasn't that many people back then doing it. You know, what I mean, now it's so big, but
that
no one
but
was really thinking, "Hey, let me record myself playing the game." No one was really thinking that.
that is true, but that's the thing. Like I was watching like PewDiePie. I don't know if you know who that is, but one of the biggest
Well, I wasn't
YouTubers.
watching streamers for
Yeah, so I mean I never watched streamers, but YouTubers.
I think it was when we were at Fort Rucker, or maybe even maybe a year before that is when I really started to watch um people playing games.
Oh
So
wow.
it wasn't that long.
Oh
I didn't really know
bro.
about it until I was
Oh
late,
bro,
bro.
I
Late
was
to the game.
locked in, bro.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
YouTube, all that, bro. I was locked into the internet world.
No, bro. I
But
didn't
for
know nothing.
what's so funny because for me it was an escape. It was an escape from reality because I was like I didn't want to face what I was going through at the time. Like I was gaining so much weight. I was like I came out of high school around like 220, 210 ish, and like by the time the next year, I was like 250, 260, bro.
Mhm,
I was like,
mhm.
if I didn't want to face the reality, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I tried college at that point. I didn't like the college. I was like, I'm gonna take a year, so I just started working, and
Mhm,
and I
mhm.
was trying to find satisfaction, with gaming, and it wasn't really doing nothing. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go escape into this videos and all that stuff, and that's basically what I did for 2 years until I joined the military. Like I
Mhm,
had no
mhm.
direction in my life. I tried being like an apprentice for electrician. I was miserable in that job, bro. I was making like 10, 15 an hour. Trash wage, bro.
Was that the lowest way, bro? My first job, I was making, I think, 750.
Oh no, my first job I was working on a Dollar General when I was in high school, making like $7.25, bro.
A Dollar General,
Dollar
Jesus.
General, bro. And it wasn't even a big one. It was a small one in a shopping center.
Oh man,
Yeah, no. My first job was
I
that's
was working at Papa John's. My first job.
Rose you. You didn't eat that chicken, huh?
I no, I was throwing pizzas like crazy, like a crazy person, bro.
Oh, I thought you said
Papa
Papa
John's.
John's. I was thinking Popeyes. I thought, oh, Popeyes, yeah. Papa John's. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm. Of
oh, you're throwing those pizzas. So they are handmade then.
course they are, bro.
I don't. I'm not allowed
They have
in.
dough. You literally have a whole tray of dough that you take out and you start to
You
mold
make
it. And
you make the dough?
no, it comes frozen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then you take the dough out and then you gotta mold it,
Yeah,
slap it around a little bit
yeah.
like a baby's butt, and then you know what I mean.
What was that?
Put some
What was
sauce on
that?
it, like a baby's butt.
Yeah. What noise did you do after that?
I don't even
You
remember
said
what.
you said. What was that?
I don't even know, bro.
Yeah. All
I don't
right.
even
Anyways,
know.
let's continue
Yeah.
on. I don't know what that was. Let's continue on.
But yeah, making pizzas, man. I was that a
Okay.
delivery driver, working at
Okay.
hotels and resorts the rest of my life, and then
Right.
army, back to hotels, and
And
now I'm in the cheer force.
yeah, that's right. It's actually so funny because like when I joined the military, I still didn't know what I wanted to do, but man, it was such a dream to go to Hawaii, bro. Like, and it's so funny because like when I was around 16, I was like, oh, I would love to go to Hawaii one day, and then boom, got stationed there.
Happens, bro.
And bro, I was like, wow, that's actually crazy. And like, it's so funny because like when I joined the military, I joined because I didn't know what else to do. I was like, I don't know what to do, bro. I'm just gonna join the military. And I've said this multiple times on the podcast already, but I was not a confident kid. So when I joined the military and I
Hmm.
came out of basic, I was like, oh, like I am, like I'm a pretty nice guy actually. Like, okay, I was like building that confidence. The military helped me build my confidence up. Obviously, not everybody can be like you, Anthony, where you just pop out and you just Mister Clean over there, just boom,
Boom, boom. What?
you're shining like a bright star.
Yeah, no, you're. I mean, but I wasn't always like this, bro. I was pretty talkative even in middle school and stuff, but high school was like I just
You,
said, you know what? I'm gonna
yeah.
talk to everyone and everything, and I don't
Do,
give a what people think about me,
do,
bro.
do
And
you
I just,
think you peaked in high school? Was you one of those kids that you peaked in high school?
well, I think that was my all of those years were my years for sure. I think
Yeah.
that's when I was. I mean, even now, you kidding me?
Yeah, okay. That is true. Okay, I will say when he came out of the military, he was working at a hotel. I was, I was like, wow, you have some beautiful women working around you.
Hey, don't tell the wife, man.
I, I'm not saying I'm not.
Now you know what
You
what's
didn't
funny though.
like it.
I went out, so we would have these outings too at the hotel, and
Yeah.
again, I basically work with all women. I had maybe like two guys that I worked with,
Right.
and I mean I noticed that they were pretty girls, but
Yes.
I was in charge of them, and they were so
Yeah. So immature.
no, they were just dumb as a box of rocks, and
Okay. All right.
they had all these emotions, and they come off
Yeah.
as, oh, I don't like what she's doing. It makes me feel. Shut up.
Right.
So we would have these outings
That
and
is
stuff. So
true.
I would go
Yeah.
out, and I would be the only guy. Maybe one other guy would show up sometimes.
Yeah.
So anyway, we took this group photo one time. We went to Top Golf, and these two Filipino girls that were standing next to me,
Yeah.
and I think they were maybe 21, 22 or something.
Sure.
And then my wife sees the picture. She's like, "Who are those girls standing next to you?" I was like,
Oh no, you got
and to
in
me,
trouble.
I don't think anything of it.
Of course
I
not.
was like, yeah, that's
That's my coworker.
yeah.
That's my other coworker.
Anyway,
That's
but
it.
my wife used to come to my job too, and she talked to everybody that I work with too, so she knew, I was working with
Yeah,
a
yeah,
bunch of
yeah.
girls anyway. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it was just so anyways, off of that point, but yeah, so I built my confidence through the military and like that kind of became my personality. I was like, that person was like, "Oh, I'm in the military," and I don't get me wrong, I am super honored to be able to serve my country. Don't get me wrong, but
Mhm.
you have those privates that are like that's like they you 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 bring work outside of your cough, and that was me. Like I would go out and be like, yeah, I'm in the military, and like,
Oh, no.
yeah, I was
No.
100, and I was, mind you, I was 21. I didn't know I didn't know, at that point in my life, I never really, I was at parties, and I had some parties, but like I never, not like a club, not like an actual club where I was able to go in and actually drink and have a good time, and I mean, there was this one time I went to this club with my boy Brian, and obviously Hawaii, a lot of tourists there, a lot of outside, a lot of what is kids coming from like different countries called international students?
Yeah, interns, yep. Or
No,
no, not interns.
international students.
Isn't there another word for that
There
though?
is another word. I just can't think of it.
God, bro, I'm getting pissed. I can't think of this word.
Okay, well, let me continue while
Uh,
you think. So, and we was in the club, and I was having a good time, and like I said,
keep going, bro. I'm not stopping you. I was
I
literally
know, I know, I
whispering.
know, I know, no, no, no. I'm laughing at your face, bro. Stop. So, anyways, I'm having a good time, and like Brian, he grew up in Puerto Rico, so like he's kind of used to that scene of like going downtown, clubbing type vibes, and um so he said, "Bro, go to the dance floor, dance, bro. Like, you just go out there." I was like, "Okay, but I'll just go out there." So I started dancing with this one girl. She was from France, and she was cute, and I was dancing. Oh, this actually turns out to be super funny. So we was dancing and was vibing. And she turned around and we kissed. I was like, "Whoa!" I just kissed somebody in the club. That's crazy because you don't know. It's crazy because it's like
I guess it's because your first time, but yeah, that's not crazy when you go to the club all
it's
the time.
first. All right, this guy over here.
That's a normal
Also,
to me. I don't.
I was like, damn, I just kissed a random girl, and I had no idea where her lips been.
That
Unsanitary.
could have been. You could have been on a date with someone. And you have no idea where the lips been. You're talking about just because it's
That
in a
is true,
club.
but like, that's me. That was my mind thinking. But I was excited, dude. I was excited. I was like, whoa! I just kissed this hot ass girl because she was hot.
Yeah,
And anyway, so after that happened, like she kind of went off for her friend group. I went back to mine, and like so Brian and I was like, all right, I'm ready. We ready to leave like 30 minutes afterwards. I got her Instagram. I was like, all right, we heading out. It
Instagram.
wasn't. It's whatever, bro. I'm not. It's whatever. So we head out. Brian and I head out, and we're like, bro, we're so hungry. Let's go to McDonald's because obviously you go to McDonald's after you go to the club, obviously. So
Or
we
pizza.
walk in downtown or pizza, absolutely, and Waikiki, and we go to this McDonald's, Waikiki. That's downtown Hawaii or Honolulu, Honolulu. Anyways, so we walk in this McDonald's. I order a 20 piece or 10 piece, something like that. I think it was a 10 piece.
A 20 piece.
I think it was a 10 piece. I think it was a 10 piece.
Woo,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, so I ordered that, and I'm eating, and Brian and I were eating. I'm like, oh yeah, bro, this is so good. I'm not drunk, but like I've had a couple of drinks in me. So, and then, funny enough, the girl and her group of friends walk into the same McDonald's.
Of course I did.
Like, of course,
Hmm.
and she sees me like I'm like, oh hey, she just walks over, boom boom
Uh-huh.
boom, walks over and just plants her lips on my lips. Mind you, I'm mid nugget in my mouth. I have food in my mouth. By the end of the kiss, she took the nugget out of my mouth. Yeah.
Ew!
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. I was like, I was horrified, by the way.
That is
Horrified.
disgusting.
I was like,
So nasty.
She walked off. I look at Brian. I'm like, Brian. He's like, what? Well, I used to call him Alamo. I'm Alamo. I was like, he's like, what about? I was like, bro, I had a chicken nugget in my mouth. We need to get out of here. So we pick up our stuff. I throw it away. I'm not running, obviously, but we walk out, and bro, I was like, that's crazy. This
That
chick
is
just kissed a
nasty.
nugget out of my mouth. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. And funny enough, 2 months later, COVID happened. So obviously, no more clubs after that. But yeah, bro. Yeah, and funny enough, I was excited to go back. Oh, let me go back to the club. Not for the nugget kiss, but just to have
Yeah.
the stories, right? But
Wow.
yeah, bro, the nugget kiss, bro, crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't think I've really had any bad experience. I've had only one. I still remember one instance that always gets me. I think I was in my 20s when I was single, and I went out with my friends. We went to the club, or I forgot who I went with. Anyway, so I get in, and you know me, I'm confident as fuck.
Mm,
I'm gonna get 10 girls back to my room tonight.
boom,
So I go,
easy.
so I go in the club. I see these group of women dancing. I'm like,
Ooh,
easy. I'm just make my way in there. I'm like, yo,
uh.
yo, yo, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's like, and you guys want to dance? And they were like, no, all of them, bro, no.
You got
I
10
said,
rejections?
I said, fuck you, you dykes. You better. I was like, you don't want to dance with nobody. You came to the club to dance with yourself.
Oh,
I was
no.
like, what kind of girls don't want to dance with nobody? And I had some buddies. So I was like, well, I think we had a VIP section. So I was like, we got a VIP. You know, you guys are more than welcome. You know what I mean? We're about to get drunk,
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
okay.
No, we're just here to dance by ourselves. I was like, all right, dykes, freaking.
Dice is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, damn, bro, I was literally inviting them for free drinks, a good
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
First of all, I don't know what girls don't want free drinks. Number
That is
one.
also true. But
But
like,
I was just, I mean, but it was just, again, I guess maybe I just haven't been in the club in a long time to get that type of reject. It was
sure.
just like I thought it was gonna be simple, bro. Because I used to do it all the time, like, hey, we got VIP, and they're like, hell yeah, bro, easy. I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about it was a
Mm-hmm.
yes every time.
When was this?
I don't remember. I think it was I was like, I don't even remember, bro.
Oh, a while
22,
ago.
23 or something. And I haven't been in the club in a while because most of my life I've kind of been with women, and then anyway,
Right.
so we don't really go to the club after, you find usually that kind of life ends up being terminated once I was with a woman. We don't really go to the club anymore. But
That is true. That is
um
true.
so anyway, so I was maybe it just nobody was, and I mean, I don't know what, let's see, if that was 23, so that was probably about, I don't even know, decade or more ago. So I mean, I don't know.
20,
I just thought it was
2023?
huh?
What? Wait, what year did you say? You said 2023?
Probably around that time, yeah. Maybe.
2023 was 2 years ago.
No, no, no. I mean like 2013.
Two-
I said a decade
hey,
ago.
hey,
I
in the
said a decade
comment,
ago.
call him out. He literally said, "Oh, like 2023, 2022." That's what
No,
you
no, no.
said.
I was saying like a decade ago. I said that's what I said. I said it was like a decade ago.
All right, okay,
I did. I did.
okay, okay. That's why I was giving you a real. I was like 2023. He was married.
Anyway. But
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah,
Anyways,
that was only a really
okay,
bad
okay,
time that I
okay.
had. I mean, every other time it was I had a dope ass
I
time,
mean,
bro.
I
Every
had a
time.
great time there. Don't get me wrong, I had a great
Mhm.
time at the club, and that was like the third time I went to that certain club.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
so I had another girl, like we danced, bro. We danced, or she danced on me for like a fucking like 30 minutes, bro. I was getting tired, bro. I was like, bro,
Yeah, take a break.
like get off, like
Grab a chair.
low key, get off of me.
At that point, it's like you might as well just grab a chair. It's a lap dance at that point. Just
No.
grab a chair.
And you know what's actually funny? That same girl that her and I we danced, she became my neighbor on post, married to another military guy.
Oh God.
Yeah, bro. I say neighbor. She was like a few houses over, but like obviously we
Good old
never.
barracks bunnies.
Dude, it was actually so funny. I was like, I know her. I think Anna was like connected with some other military wives, and
Hmm.
like she was in the same group, and she's like, "Oh yeah, like I'm in this group or something." She showed me a photo. I was like, I didn't say. I was like, "Oh, I know her." I was like, "Oh,
Hmm.
okay,
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, all right, yeah, that's cool." I'm just thinking about my me literally danced. Oh, bro, that's that. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, man, Hawaii military is super fun, bro. Had a
Yeah.
great
It was.
time
Yeah.
there.
Hmm.
I know you went to Korea. Obviously, you had a great time there. Is Korea?
And you know what's even crazier about that? I was so scared about leaving my friends and family that I didn't want to go that far. I literally had another buddy that wanted to go to Korea, and they were like, "Oh, I'm going to." I think it was like Kansas, and we tried switching
Yeah,
our orders,
yeah,
and it didn't work out. And thank God, because I had an amazing time in Korea.
bro. If you
It
went
was
to
just because
Kansas, bro.
just being away from fans, like that's so far away, bro.
Yeah, but you wasn't there for a while.
I was there for a year and something.
Not far, not long at all.
Okay, sorry, I care about my friends and family.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, comparative to like a normal duty station. So I'm saying, why you give me a silent treatment there?
Okay, well, because Korea is only a year contract every time you go to Korea, and then
Yes,
Germany, I think is
3
2 years.
years. 3 years.
Is it? No, I thought it was two, and then you get to if
No,
you bring your spouse, you go for three.
no, 3 years.
Mm. And then
Yeah,
usually, if you do command sponsorship to Korea, you do another year.
I don't know. I
So
don't know about that. So
no, it is like if you do command sponsorship overseas, you get another year attached to your contract.
really,
Mm.
hmm, I didn't know that. I did
Yeah.
because Hawaii is a 3 year con or is a 3 year base. So I was there for
Mm.
3 years, and then I went to obviously Alabama. So
Vacation.
I went
Hey,
from like dream vacation to vacation, work
no, it
vacation.
was it was, and I went to like going to fucking the field to motor pool to
Yes,
PT to
yes.
hey, we don't do formations and we don't do
Um,
motor pool.
um, I learned.
Everything I learned was a
Yeah,
lie.
yes, literally. It's actually so funny because like my duty station was like field, motor pool, so working super hard, hours upon hours, and then going to Alabama was like boom, stop,
Yeah, it
stop.
was crazy,
Plus, it was
dude.
during COVID too, so it was like even like
Yeah,
slower. It was like in a
yeah, no,
COVID. It was like in the COVID
and
ish.
and then not having like, I mean, we didn't get to shoot a. I don't think we shot a
We
real
didn't
weapon the whole
shoot
time we were
a
there.
right. We went to the sim,
Oh, yeah,
which
yeah,
pissed me
bro.
off.
Wait, were you? I think were you having troubles, right? Remember?
Yes, because it wasn't reading my fucking bullet, bro. I
Yeah.
literally told the dude, I was like, dude, it's not reading. He's like, no, it
Oh my
is. No,
god,
it's
bro.
not. I'm looking at the target. It was like a 15-meter target. I'm looking at it, and it says I hit it, but somewhere it's not reading on the sensor. I'm like, just get me out of here, bro.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah. It was.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, it was crazy, bro. It was a reality check, and then talk to stupid privates that come there
Oh my
right out of
gosh, dude.
AIT, and they don't know nothing.
Nothing,
Just
bro. They're like, oh, I'm
ooh,
going to get out. I'm like, well, you have no
yeah, you have no
idea,
clue.
bro.
Yeah,
This is,
it's
honestly, and like a lot of people in Alabama or Fort Rutgers, wherever it was at. I think it's Fort Nova still now. But anyways,
no.
like,
I think it went back to Rucker now too.
oh, did it? Okay, well, whatever it is, home of aviation for the Army. Anyways, that is a horrible first duty station for a new prophet,
Yes,
especially for
it is.
15 papas, which we
Mhm.
was.
Mhm.
That's where our AIT is, our advanced training. So you go from advanced training, and then you transfer to this other battalion, which is in the same place. It's just
Yeah.
like of course no private doesn't want to be there. I wouldn't want to be there. And there's nothing to do in that town.
No.
Nothing at all.
I mean, at least you do have the beach that's an hour and a half away. It's not bad.
Yeah, well, I was in Hawaii, so I had real beaches. Yeah, I didn't have dirt beaches.
Only real
Anyways,
beaches.
look, I tried to go to the beach in Florida. We went there. I was like, I don't like this. Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, I think island beaches are obviously different than beaches off the coast of a,
That is true. I will give you.
I mean,
Obviously, it is different. But it was just
what are
like
we
a.
talking
It was
about?
just like a. It was just like people have to do it so much. It's like they're like, oh, we're going to the beach, the Florida beach. It's like, okay, they're like it's gonna have a. It's gonna be so awesome. I'm ready for the sand. I'm like, is that sand though? Like that looks more like
Wow.
dirt.
Give these guys a break. People that have been waiting, saving their money, they can
That's,
finally drive over there,
I'm
and you're,
sorry.
oh,
I'm
fucking.
sorry. I was being a Debbie Bet
Not
Downer.
everyone can afford a ticket to go to Hawaii. Okay.
Well, the army gave me the
Yeah.
ticket actually.
Yeah.
So
But normal people can't.
that well, I won't say they can't. They just choose not to.
No, no, you. So you're saying people who I could have never afforded a ticket to Hawaii when I was
Mm,
making trash money
really,
before I got. Yeah.
really. You
Yes.
have you even seen the price for a ticket to Hawaii?
Yeah. Go ahead. Tell me.
Well,
Go ahead.
not now, but before.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, actually, let's look it up.
I barely had $100
Yeah, but what
after
was
my
you
after my
doing?
paycheck.
What was you doing?
I was working at a front desk at a hotel,
Yeah, but like your free time and your free
going to hang
time.
out, going to hang out with my friends,
Yeah.
going to the beach,
Uh
going to
huh.
the movies, playing
Yeah. So
sports.
you was spending your money, not saving it, is what you're telling me.
So yeah, you know what? You're right. $20 a week that I spent, I should have saved it that $20 every week, and then after what a
Yeah.
year or two,
I mean,
I could
what?
have eventually went to Hawaii.
20 times 4, that's 100 times that by that's $1,200 by the end of the year.
So I do nothing. I literally live miserably until I can go. No, that's not how people need to live their lives, bro.
Anyways,
Sorry.
no.
Sorry.
Obviously, I'm playing around, guys. Obviously,
Yeah.
um, but the tickets aren't as. It's not even the tickets to get into Hawaii. It's when then you get to Hawaii and then you have to find a place to stay, and then the prices
That's
are
what I'm
just
saying.
so.
All that stuff
It's a little
adds
bit.
up.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. Obviously, I'm playing. I know people are in can't handle their own money
Financial
sometimes.
problems. Yep.
Yeah, have financial problems or just can't handle their money sometimes, and it's okay. I do that now sometimes. So
Yeah.
we all go through it,
We do. We
you
do.
know. And so it's about growing. And speaking of growing, so obviously in the military we grow a lot. I grew into the man I am today, and I give that to some in the military. I'm a
Hmm.
great dad, right? I'm a um, God fearing man. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
a will be a loving husband one day again. So maybe, who knows? Um,
Okay.
but I would say the most important thing though
Yeah.
is how I went to the military, like being controlled, in the overall being controlled by somebody, always being told, "Hey, you need to be here this time, this uniform, this place, be here." Right to now, where where now I have a lot. Well, we have a lot more free time. You're not
Hmm.
obviously I know you have a
Hmm.
job, obviously, but like when you get off of work, it's not like they're calling you, "Hey, you need to come back here."
Yeah.
You
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
and for me, and when I had a job, it wasn't like that at all, right? So
Yep.
going from the military to back to the civilian world, how did you have problems with that with you yourself, or like with like the big change that came with that
You mean being in the military or getting out?
from going from military mindset to a civilian mindset
Uh,
again?
the only thing that I had to deal with, and the thing that the military, I think helped or get me better with, was being more of a leader.
Right.
And I think the only adjustment I had to do was learning how to talk nicer to people and give them orders.
Right.
Because when I became a manager at a hotel and I went there, it was instead of it was, hey, do this. It was more of a question.
Yeah.
Hey, can you do this for me, please?
Yeah.
Like, brother, bro, and it
Yeah.
was just, and I got a little bit in trouble and some humps came over because sometimes too, again, working with the women I was telling you, they would come to my office and they would say, hey, I need your help, blah blah blah. And the thing that got me was I give them all the tools and skills they needed to succeed in anything they needed to do. So
Right.
I could leave or not be there and they could just reference the things I gave them
Yeah.
and they can do it.
Yeah.
But they would see me as a scapegoat, come to me and automatically think I'm gonna give them the answer and I'd be like, no,
Right.
leave my office, go figure it out. If you can't figure it out, then you come back here. So
Yeah.
again, it'd be that kind of tone, and then they would come, and then they would huff and puff, and then I'm talking about this one supervisor literally talked to me for days because she was mad at me because I was like, it's been days since you talked to me. You know, you're my supervisor. I gotta know what's going on.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
mad at you for what you did. I'm like, oh god.
Oh my lord.
So I had that little hump.
Yeah. And it's just so funny, like leadership in the military versus leadership in the civilian world is so different. Like you have to work on eggshells around people,
Yeah,
you know?
military's just direct. It's just
It's just
you
like
do
boom,
this and that's it.
get it done, you
Yeah.
know? And for me, I would say the biggest hump was like the 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 mindset change of like, oh, I know where I have to be. In the military, you always know where you have to be. There's not a like a second guess. There's never that. There's like, oh no, you if you're not here or if we're not doing this formation, you know you have to be there. When I got out, it was
Hmm.
like obviously I know I have to go to work, but it was like, well, you could show up like 20 minutes late or
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
like it's all good. It's
Hmm.
like, what do you mean it's
Hmm.
all good? Like, no, I need to be here, on time or right at our time or like 5 minutes before or 10 minutes before, so you can get everything started. But like in the civilian world, it's like, well, if you're 10 minutes late, we'll just set you back till when you 9 o'clock. And it's just like that mindset of like laziness. It kind of comes down to laziness, really. It really started affecting my mind of like, oh, I can be a little late. I think it'd be alright. But I really started seeing that shift of like very like I want to say strict, kind of strict schedule to a very lazy schedule. And I was being very lazy with my time with Aiden at the time too. And before, like I stopped going to the gym, I started running, I stopped being
Hmm.
disciplined. I was like, oh,
Hmm.
I'm
No,
not
it's
gonna
true.
do
Yeah.
anything. I'm just
Hmm.
gonna lay in bed and eat whatever I want to eat. And it's like learning how to for me personally it was like learning how to adult by myself again. I would say like I in the context of like, oh no, you need to regulate your eating habits, you need to regulate your time yourself. Like you have nobody to tell you what to do anymore. Which is awesome, by the way. I love that, you
Yeah,
know?
but the military teaches you that to be independent at the same time as well, though. It's literally teaching you it's warming you up to being a leader, being
Yeah.
independent, and learning how to delegate
That is
and to be
true.
organized and have structure. So it again, but again, obviously, I know where you're coming from. Like again,
Yeah.
it's they're giving you the direction,
Exactly.
and then when you're out, it's like now you have to
It's like
continue to have that behavior by
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, it's like the military is like a two lane highway going just one way. Civilian world is like you're on like an 8 lane highway. You have both directions, and then you have like a four
Mm.
way, and then like it's like okay, well, where am I gonna keep my lane at? And I think that's a pretty good analogy actually, or metaphor. I mean metaphor.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
No, that was, and then another thing that got me too was, and this is actually kind of funny. So I used to make the schedule,
yeah.
and when someone used to tell me they're not coming in, I was like, "Who the fuck do you think you are, not coming in?" Because in the military, it's like I'm gonna go
Dude.
pick your ass
Oh,
up, and
bro.
I'm bringing you to work.
Yes, bro.
But in the
Yes,
military, bro, or the civilian world, I remember when it first started happening. People were like, "I'm not coming in because I'm sick." Sick?
bro.
I'm sorry. Did you get a slip and come in, or what are you doing?
Get
And
take some
that I had
ibuprofen.
to I had to get used to that. That used to piss me off.
Dude, we had this one girl with the job I worked. We had this one girl, and she like it seemed like every 2 weeks she would take like a day off. I'm like, I looked at my boss, who was training me at the time. I was like, why is she always taking off? She's like, oh well, she's just going through some things. I'm like, going through things? Like, what do you mean going through things? And she had like, we had to hit these numbers. Like, like I don't care about her personal life. We need to hit these numbers.
Correct.
And it's like
Yes.
and like the boss, she was on the same level as me. She's like, no, I know, but she's like, I just can't. I can't tell them to come in. Like,
Mhm.
they all
Mhm.
I can do is just write it down. I was like, whoa, like you mean you can't? I mean,
Yeah.
all right, I guess.
Mhm.
And I low
Mhm.
key like for me that was bad because like I would take advantage of that. Of like, oh, I don't have to come in. Like, what
Yep.
are they gonna say? What are they gonna say to me? And so I mean, I never used that. I never used that, but that was a very big thing of like in the military, you don't get to do that. It's like, oh, you're sick, go to sick
Mhm.
call. Bring me the slip where it says, or send me a picture where it says you're sick, or where it says you have to go back to your room, and then like, hey, check in with me every 2 hours.
Yep.
It's like obviously in the civilian world, it's a lot more different. Obviously, you're not controlled by a contract. You're controlled. You're not really controlled anymore. Um, but one good thing,
Yep.
obviously, that came out of the military for me was Aiden. Obviously, being able to, you know, have him on Hawaii. Yes, obviously, you too, Anthony. My best friend, my best friend, who I call my brother from another mother, Anthony. Obviously him too. Obviously some great friends. Actually, only talked to you and Brian.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the only two I talked to. So, but like I said, another good thing came out was my son Aiden, and obviously he's 5, right? And these kids these days they have some crazy sayings, right? They have 6, 7. They have chopped. They have um what was I was like it was where are my fries? It was like a meme or something. I'm like, what are you talking? Like, what are these kids talking about, right? So I just want to share with you what my 5-year-old tells me or shares with me, because I'm like, wow, that was crazy what he just said to me. So these are just
Okay.
some sayings or some things he has said to me over this past week. By the way, so
Yeah.
this is a week thing. So we're driving down, right? We're driving down the road. Anna FaceTimes me. I hand the phone to my son, Aiden, and he's. Oh, I know. I asked Anna about a camera. I was like, "Hey, Anna, what camera you recommend for taking videos?" And she recommended a camera. And she like sent me a whole Facebook post about it. And I was like, "Oh well," I was on the phone with her. I was like, "Well, I don't have $1,500 to spend on this camera." And then my son and just interjects. He's like, "Well, my mom has $1,500."
What?
I'm like, what? I'm like, who are you talking to? He's like, you? I'm like, all right. So I'm like, and then Anna says, yeah, I do. I'm like, oh, so you're gonna,
What?
yeah. Oh, so you're gonna buy it for me? I was
Yeah.
like, she's like, but so that's one thing, right? I was like, okay, cool. I was like, all right, it's just my son
Wow.
just saying I'm broke. Cool, gotcha. And then not same sentence, but then there's another time we're driving down the road again, and my son out of nowhere, by the way, he says, "Hey, Dad." I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, "Yes, Aiden." He's like, you should buy a yacht. I'm like,
A
buy a yacht.
yacht?
I buy a yacht. I'm like, you know what a yacht is? Like, yeah, a boat. Where have you seen a yacht, Aiden? What? Yeah, you know what, Aiden? I'm gonna go ahead and buy a yacht for us. Let me go down to the marina real quick. Let me buy a yacht. This is my son is saying to me,
Wow.
like,
Yep.
so now he calls me broke, but now he wants me to buy a yacht
Mhm.
at the same
Mhm.
time. Okay,
Yeah. Of
cool,
course.
got it, cool,
Yeah.
cool, 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 cool. So then, so then, my son, he loves to play around. So I was talking to him, and he looked at me straight face. He's like, Dad, you talk like a baby. I'm like,
What?
I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I talk like a baby? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, I can finish my sentences. You can't. He's like, no, you talk like a baby. So like, I'm just getting insulted from my son, who doesn't even know his full alphabet, by the way. But he's telling me I
Hmm.
talk like a baby. All right, cool, 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 cool. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So and then, you know what? Let me just get you something real quick. So then he comes to my room, right? And he's like, "Dad, I drew you a picture." I'm like, "Oh, really? That's so awesome, Aiden. Let me see the picture." This dude, bro. So so he shows me the picture. This is the picture. He says, I'm like, "What's that?" He said, "That's you." I'm like, "Oh,
You a
okay."
robot?
This thing. I'm like, "Oh, wow, that's so cool, Aiden." I'm like, "Why is it brown right here?"
Is it a grill or something?
He's like, "Oh, well, you have brown teeth." I was like,
Your son is dogging you, bro.
I was like,
Dogging you.
I was like, brown teeth. He's like, yeah, Dad. Like, you know, he's like, he's innocent. He's like, yeah, you have brown teeth. I'm like, I just
You
got
have
roasted
brown
by my
teeth.
son. The ultimate roast
Oh
fest is
my
by my son.
god.
Yeah.
Yes.
And by the way, he reminds me to keep this photo. By the way, he's like, yeah, you used to have the photo. I'm like, yeah, I have it. It's on over there. So my son's gonna be a
Wow.
menace. By the way, he's gonna be a menace.
Wow.
Yeah. So and then okay, another. I would say I guess a funny story. So he goes. So he's in kindergarten right now, right? And they have recess, obviously. I pick him up one day, as this week,
Mhm.
obviously, and he's like, Dad, you know the kids weren't passing the ball in soccer. I was like, oh really? He's like, yeah. So I scored 10 times on them. I'm like, okay, okay. I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah. You know, this didn't pass me the ball, so I just had to score 10 times. I'm like, so not only can you roast people, crazy, but you can also destroy people in soccer. Okay, cool, dude. Like, got it. You're gonna be the popular kid in high school. You're gonna be a jock. I get it. I get it, son. Like you're just jocking on me. All right. Okay, cool.
But my thing is, how did he score if he never got the ball?
Obviously, he took the ball.
Hmm. That story seems a little sketch.
Could be. Could
Just
be.
all of a sudden he just grabbed another ball
He's like,
that's not part of the game.
yeah. Oh, I got it. Honestly, I can see Ada doing that though. Honestly, I'm like,
You
you
could,
know
yeah,
what? Fair
yeah.
enough.
I'm gonna get another ball.
Oh, but yeah, I think that's gonna be a little segment that we have. You know, when my son says to me, you know, on a weekly basis, just understand, come in and just
Yeah.
give it to you. Where like, hey, like, you know, this is what's happening with Aiden, and he's just roasting me all the time. Yes,
Oof,
he really
bro,
is. I mean, like,
bro. And you see, and I'd be so quick to rebuttal, bro. Like
oh,
if
bro,
he,
I was,
I,
bro.
if my son was like, yeah, brown teeth, I'd be like, yeah, you want no teeth?
No,
That's what I would say.
I said, oh yeah, you know, that's what happens when you don't take care of your teeth. I was like, but I see a little brown on your teeth actually, because I know you didn't brush your teeth last night. He's like, oh no, no, and he went and brushed his teeth. I'm like, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, but
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
but you know, this is the fun things about being a parent. It's just like those. Obviously, I know he thinks it's funny, so I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
obviously roasting him back because like you know he's a little shorty, he's short for his age, so I'm like, well, you're short and you have a big head. By the way, I've by the way, he's like, yeah, I know I have a big head, I know I'm short, but I'm still cool. I'm like, so he just tastes the roast, turns it, spins it to be good. He tastes it. He's like, yeah, I know I am. What's up, bro?
Mm.
I'm
Mm.
like, oh,
Mm.
okay. All right, Mister.
Mm.
All right, Mister Confident over there.
Wow. Okay.
But I, you know, what? I
Okay.
love it though. You know, I love it because it's like, you know, he can find. I feel like he can find humor and you know the
No,
everyday
yeah, for sure.
things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what about your grandchild,
granddaughter. Yeah, yeah.
granddaughter.
Yeah, she's amazing, bro. I mean, I just seeing her grow and we struggled in the beginning a little bit, me and her, but we have a really good bond now. But because I like to play games and play
Correct.
with her toys, and once you play with a kid, they're
Yeah,
in love with you, bro.
locked
You don't
in.
have to really fucking say anything as long as
No,
you're playing with them,
locked
you're
in.
in, or
Yeah,
or you make them laugh. I mean,
locked in.
like
Locked in.
like AJ, once I start making him laugh, he'll just wanna he wants to stay in it, bro,
That is
forever.
true. That is true.
But yeah, I remember when she was little, there was things that used to, and again, that's why I love having a granddaughter. I can just give back. You know what I mean? So I remember there's
Mm.
this one time, I guess she didn't like to take showers or something. I said, "All right, it's time to take a shower," and she just started crying. I was like, "What is going on?" I said, "This isn't holy water, you demon."
Oh my gosh,
I
bro.
was literally didn't know what I was like. Why are you crying? I was trying to have a real conversation. Like, why? She said, "Oh, I don't. I need It's like, what is it? Burn? What is going on in there? What is? I was
What?
so confused. I said, you know what? Don't take a shower. I don't care. I don't. I really don't care. I don't
Shit.
play that. Like if they start crying, all right, cry, cry. Can you
Oh,
do? Hey,
bro.
can you do it loud? And I'll be like, can you do it louder, please? I can't hear you.
Anyways,
Yeah,
and I was like, so I have a peeper at my door. But
yeah,
so but that's also true. When Aiden starts crying, I'm like, bro, shut up. Like, why
yeah.
are you crying?
Wah. Your life is
Why,
so
why,
hard. I do
and
that
like,
too. Like your life is so hard. What do? You pee, poop, and sleep? Oh,
oh
wah.
no, and he's like, well, I don't want to clean my, I don't want to clean my room. I'm like, oh no, you gotta
Yeah.
clean.
Oh
You have your own space to
God.
clean.
I
Oh
know.
gosh, and
I
like,
love it.
I don't do it exactly like that, but I'm like Aiden, like you, like I can give you something to cry about. He's like, I don't want a
Yes.
whooping. I don't want. I'm like, well, you better start crying then. Like that's not
Yeah.
what big boys do. We don't cry. And like, and obviously, I want to make this very clear. It's okay to cry, but it's not okay to like, use crying
Yeah.
as to
Mhm.
get out of something. Okay,
Yep.
that's
Correct.
what he's
Correct.
doing. That's what kids
Yeah.
do.
That's what man. Yeah. That's what they do. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what kids do.
Don't get what they want. They want to cry. It's just like, no, it doesn't work. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
before we end the podcast, I just want to give you, I just want to run something by you before we get
Yep.
done. Okay. So, little scenario. Okay. I was thinking, I was like, what would Anthony do if something happened to this extent, right? So I'm gonna give you a scenario, and
Mhm.
I want you to give me what you would do, you know, depending on this scenario. Okay.
Okay.
So, say I call you, boom, 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 boom. I call you, Anthony. Hey, I'm running away from the police. I just murdered somebody.
Yes.
Okay, and I'll tell you where I'm going. I'll tell you. I'm like, look, this is where I'm going. Okay, I hit the body here. So I'm gonna give you all the details. I hit the body here, and you know, boom, right? I gave you the whole plan.
Yeah.
The police get my phone records. They see that I called you after the murder happened, right? So they can ring you up or they go to your house. Hey, did Mr. Landers call you? What do you say?
So first of all, but I want to know more of the scenario.
Okay.
Do they already suspect you of committing the crime?
Correct. They already suspect me of committing the crime. Like, okay, like the
Oh
times
yeah.
kind of
Okay,
line
that's
up.
easy.
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
off the
okay,
bat, this is exactly what I'm gonna say.
yeah, yeah.
Am I on the phone with them, or are we in person?
In person. So they're
Okay.
at your front
Boom,
door.
boom,
They're at
boom. They
your
knock
front
on
door.
the door.
Yep.
Hey, we saw that we got a phone call from Corey Landers. Is that true? Yeah, he fucking did it. He's actually going to the river right now.
Wow.
But it wouldn't be the right river.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
But I would just be like right away. Yes, he did.
Oh.
We spoke about it. He's actually going to dig at the body at this specific river. Thank
Hmm.
you so much for your cooperation. We'll see you. Corey, they're coming. Fucking sprint.
Okay. 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 That's good. All right. That's
Yeah.
good. Okay. So I'm gonna go a little bit further. I'm gonna go a little
Yep.
bit further with it. So say,
Yep.
they weren't the regular police. Say they were like the CIA. You found out that I killed maybe like a CIA operator. Somehow, some way, I ran over somebody. It was by accident. I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god, it was some freak
Mhm.
accident. But
Yep.
they don't know that. The CIA doesn't know that. So they come to you like, hey, Mr. Moore, we got to take you in for questioning. And obviously, it's a CIA, right? So like, they're authorized most of the time. This is not true, by the way, but they are authorized to get the answers out of you. Like I said,
Yeah.
I told you everything. So
Mhm.
they sit you
Mhm.
down. Boom. They sit you in a chair. Mr. Moore, we're going to ask you once. Okay. We want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing
Nothing but the
but the
truth up
truth.
you got. Yep.
Okay. So Mr. Landers contacted you. We know that. We know that he killed the person, this person.
Yep.
We can't find him, and we didn't know
Mhm.
where he went. Do you know where he went?
No. No clue.
No clue. Okay. Okay. And
Yeah.
then some guy in a black suit comes in. He's like, all
Ooh.
right, Mr. Moore, this is Pinky. He likes to take pinkies. Exactly. Exactly. He's Mr. Pinky. That's what we call him.
Yeah. No problem. Hey.
And
Hey. I'm a lefty, so make sure it's my right. That's what I would say right off the bat. Hey. I'm a
okay.
lefty.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, Mr. Moore, we're not talking about finger pinkies. We're talking about another pinky. Yeah, that pinky.
My toe pinky.
No, exactly.
Okay. Well, in that case, yeah, he's actually gonna be.
yeah.
Sorry. I
No,
need
yeah,
that.
no, for sure, for
Okay.
sure, for sure.
Okay. I'll lose an arm, a hand.
yeah,
You know, I can get a I
yeah,
get a
okay,
robot hand or
okay,
something.
okay,
Cool.
okay.
That can't be robotics
Yeah,
right there.
they
Okay.
can't be. You need the whole thing.
I do.
That
I
makes
do.
sense. No, that makes sense. I
I
appreciate.
wouldn't. I wouldn't expect you to do it. I'd be like, hey, give me up. If they said, hey, he turned you in, and I asked you, why did you turn me in, and you said they were about to chop off my
I'm
pinky.
like,
You know what, bro?
fair enough.
I
They're like, look, they had
I would do the
Mr.
same
Pinky
thing.
come in, and I thought they were talking about
Yep.
my finger pinky, but no, they were talking about another pinky, and I was like, you know what? You
Nope.
gotta say no
Sorry.
more, man. It's all good,
Sorry.
my bro.
Yep. Can't do it.